My man, what's going on? How you feeling?
Good, bro. It's a great
I,
Monday.
Look, it is. I'm glad that you're here, man. Welcome to the Deaf Collective podcast, where we are
Thank you.
talking
Thank you.
to the who's who and some of the who's who that people don't even know. The dreamers, the believers, the creatives, and just knowing you for as long as I've known you, man. The industries and the fields that you've conquered. I'm trying to see how many people don't know, but if they don't, they gonna know you after today, man. So I appreciate you being
For
here
sure.
and spending some time with us. Got some questions for you. Got some stuff I want to throw at you. And I know,
I'm ready, bro. You know we can spit it up all day long.
look. I know you got some stuff. But for the people that don't know, you've conquered the real estate market, and I guess you got bored with that, and you said there's more to do it.
More to life.
Co-founder of Vitatech Healing, and the founder and CEO of Mending Mentality, these industries that you've conquered. I'm excited to dive into these questions. I was checking out your social media. You teach high performers in sales how to optimize their mental performance and 10x their income using the DBM method. And you're an ADHD entrepreneur. And to be in this field, and I'm really excited that we live in a day and age where people are taking their mental and emotional health a lot more seriously. We're not as afraid to
Yeah.
talk about it. We're open and like just honest and transparent about it. And before I dive into my questions, man, how would you love to say hello to the people?
Hello and welcome to this amazing space that Elijah today has created here for us.
We gonna do it.
There's the welcome, the welcome.
We gonna do it.
Um, this whole kind of topic on mental health and kind of how we are performing mentally is kind of been a big, a big headline for a lot of people that push out news and things like that. And I've been following a lot of kind of news, case studies, and research, and
Sure.
hearing different conversations just in public. And people are really struggling mentally. And there's one big reason why, you know?
people people in general, so is it like people in general, even if it is or isn't, do you focus on everybody or do you focus on a specific group of people?
Yeah. So I mainly focus on high performers, people that are ambitious, they have drive, maybe they have the discipline, but they're lacking the mental operating system of
Mm,
their own mind to make more money, make more connections,
yeah.
have their identity fit their external brand,
Okay.
right? So you people build external brands. What about your internal brand? What does your
Hold on.
identity look like?
Hold on. What you not about to do is just skate past that. Like,
All right, yeah, I can talk about that for a long time.
I'm
So, all right,
already.
let's stop at that real quick.
Yeah, I'm already, because what I know and what I've talked about with a lot of people is it's something we always feel we have to add to ourselves. Like we're always going externally. Well, if I just do this or I gain this accomplishment or add this new thing to my name and things like that.
Yep.
And we are looking to build these brands, and I don't even know if we're looking to build these brands for us rather than who it is we know are looking at us or maybe judging us in some type of way. But can you unpack that in regards to focus on building these external brands, but what about your
Sure.
internal? That internal brand, you got like three times to share that, and then I'm stealing it. But go
All
ahead,
right, all
go
right.
ahead.
So, right now, everybody's like, I got to get on social media.
Hmm.
I got to start doing content. If you have a business or something that you're trying to offer or service, everyone wants to be on social media for a reason because it is now needed. That's where all the eyes are, right?
Come
And
on.
the first thing that people think of doing is to build their external brand, their vision, right? How they want to be perceived by the public or people or on social
Yeah.
media. And they pay thousands and thousands of dollars for it. You know, these people that are building up their systems when it could be technical, aligning all of these external things to match this
Yeah.
identity and personality that is shown online, the colors, you know, the way that you talk, all these
Yep.
different things. And I think the problem that a lot of entrepreneurs, business owners are coming into, the problem they're coming, that's coming up a lot is this external vision that they built does
Yeah.
not match their internal personality and identity. And so they may have self doubt, they may have procrastination, they may have identity crisis. Identity crisis is
Yeah.
huge because you're building an external identity. But what about your personal identity, your internal identity, who you are, who you think you are, what you think you can do, your skills, you know, your trauma, your story, it's all connected. And without doing the actual internal work,
Yeah.
you will never, ever be able to align your external brand with your internal brand.
That right, bro. Write the book, start the podcast, put it on a t-shirt. Like the external brand versus the internal. Like I'm trying my best. And here's the thing:
Content's coming out.
we haven't even gotten into the questions yet.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
we haven't gotten
This
into
is
the
dangerous,
questions
bro.
yet.
You know not to put me on a podcast about spitting some good stuff.
No, but here's the thing: not just spitting good stuff, but bro, you're actually saying something. Like you're
Yeah,
actually saying something. Like the people who build and create lives and relationships and modalities and applications and the reason why they do things and why do you talk like that? Why do you live where you live? Why is this your friend group? Why did you marry this person? Like all these things. Like you're building this external brand and there are two parts to us. There are two parts to us. The healthy part and the unhealthy part. The healthy part and the traumatized part. And both parts want what they want for the reasons they want it. And I share with people that trauma can motivate you just as much as success can.
right.
Like hard times can put that dog in you just like and if you don't tame that dog, like you could be chasing like you got a bone in your mouth and you chasing all these other
Yeah,
ones. It's like, hey, why are you chasing this? Okay. We gotta get into the questions.
let's do it.
Because
Went on a
it's
long
not
rant. Let's not get off track.
I'm already thinking about I'm already thinking about the second podcast because this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
not
yeah.
enough time. Question number one.
Yeah.
What are you building right now and why does it matter to you personally? What are you building right now and why does it matter to you personally?
Well, it's a really good question at an amazing time because before we hop on this call, I'm perfecting um, a training, a class.
Hmm.
It's a mental performance training and teaching that I call the MOS program.
All right, now is this an exclusive or are you not able to share it yet or we good?
So I can share a little bit here and
Okay.
there,
Okay.
but it's not fully refined yet.
Share what you
But I
can.
do have the framework. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
share what you can.
So MOS stands for mental operating system, right? Now, this analogy is kind of crazy. You have an iPhone, an Apple iPhone,
Yeah.
right? An Apple iPhone runs on iOS,
Hmm.
right? iPhone operating system,
Okay.
right? This
I'm
is
following.
this whole system of your iPhone. It's what it operates on. It has the hardware, but what's the hardware without the operating system? So the same thing is what's your brain without the operating system? What's your entire identity, right? Because that's what your entire operating system is. It builds up what your identity is, right? And so an iPhone, when it isn't malfunctioning correctly, what usually happens? It overheats,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
On the brain side, you may experience burnout, right? And
Okay.
so now, when you also have an iPhone, things you have to move swiftly with speed, you know, but without the actual actions and system to get there quickly and perform to be productive, right? The phone has to have a good operating system. And what is Apple doing all of the time? Always increasing it, optimizing it, make sure it's good.
Yeah.
And what people don't do nowadays is they don't operate their own mental operating system.
Mm,
And
mm,
so they aren't doing much with it. They're just living the life. They're just playing the part when they
mm.
actually to realize that stillness is a thing.
Yeah.
Being able to wait a second. I'm thinking this way. I need to be thinking this way. And being present and more conscious of how you are operating every single day. Your brain is everything that you do and know.
Yeah.
When's the last time you've worked on it?
Up when you say that, let me nerd out for a little bit.
Yeah,
Because y'all don't know he was getting on me about carrying Android. I carry both, and I am a phone geek. But one thing that resonates with me, man, when you talk about that, is upgrades. Like,
yeah,
have you your phone starts glitching out, it starts moving slow, apps aren't working correctly, things like that. When's the last time you upgraded your software? Like that's like
yeah.
that's what you think
Exactly.
about in a phone. And a lot of times you may need to upgrade your software by going to your friend. Hey, Zarek, man, I'm feeling like this, XYZ. You might need to upgrade your software, get more sleep, changing your diet, going to the gym, whatever it may be. So when you say that that makes me think of what upgrades can we take, like, and checking for those software upgrades. Sometimes it might notify you, and sometimes it might
Yeah,
not notify you. Sometimes you have to go into the settings and be like, yo, how long have I been operating on this operating system? Because there are, man, I kid you not, I'm getting goosebumps in real time. Like like I kid you not, like, bro, like this type of synergy. But it is like, oh my gosh, have you outgrown a relationship? Have you
yeah.
outgrown that city? Have you
Hmm.
The
And
podcast is
these are
long
all
enough.
things that are realizations and different exponential pivots that you can make
Yeah.
that will change the entire directory of your life. And so when people actually understand their operating system and how it works, it goes a whole different way. And so this class is basically teaching you how to optimize your system, your mental performance, so
Mm,
that you can create mental models and systems in your mind. Say self doubt pops up. Make sure you have an affirmation or a mental model or system that you say to yourself that
yeah.
becomes a mental habit to go and make that content video
Hmm.
or to go and take that action or perform that action. And so this whole class consists of that, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be for professionals, mortgage officers, life insurance agents,
I can't.
people that want to optimize and make more money.
I can't. Okay. Question number two.
Yeah, yeah.
What decisions or shifts had the biggest impact on getting you to where you are today? What decisions or shifts had the biggest impact on getting you to where you are today?
I think the biggest shift was when I was in the real estate business and I got to a certain point where I was completely burnt out.
Mm,
And I was good at social media, editing my own videos and doing these
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
And I actually started doing that really, really early before it became a big thing. And I became good at it, confident, but something just didn't feel right. I felt off. I got into this depression where I just could not make myself do the thing that I knew that had to be done in order to work and to grow and to make more money and make the business better,
Yeah.
and gain more clients, things like that as a real estate agent. And I had to do the inner work. Without doing the inner work and understanding who I am, my story, and things like that, I would not be where I'm at right now. And this is usually a stage of consciousness that people usually forget
Hmm. Hmm.
to kind of take in. They worry about their financial life, their relationships, their work,
Yeah.
right? But what about this? What about your actual personal reality, your
Mm,
actual personality, who you are, where
yeah.
you come from? And I think that realizing that I had ADHD, but I was
Mm,
also taught from a young age on how to cope with it. My dad would used to do these different things that would help
sure.
me perform better mentally. And that's just, it's always been my thing, mental performance and performing better, making sure that I am doing my best with what brain that I was given.
Yeah.
And I think that's what kind of made things click to head in this direction.
Man, you first of all I keep hearing when you're talking is intentionality, like how intentional you are. You know,
Yeah.
and also what I'm hearing is how accountable you required your atmosphere and surroundings to be. Like you didn't just let
Yeah.
things be. Like it makes me think, and I wrote this down while you were talking, how many people
Hmm.
feel a shift or a necessary shift and ignore it? Like how many people like, yeah, there's that upgrade there, this and that, but I'm not gonna do it just yet, man. It is
I'll tell you
yeah,
every single day, because there's Joe Dispenza. Somebody people may
okay.
know Joe Dispenza. He's a
Yeah,
neuroscientist and he's good at identity and things like that. And he
come on.
says the the thoughts that you have are the language of your brain, and the
Mm,
feelings that you have are the language of your body, right?
okay.
So every single day you have emotions and thoughts that come to you, and a lot of people just ignore them. So what is burnout really?
Mm,
Burnout is a buildup of emotions that don't know to go anywhere because they just aren't clarified. They
stop it.
aren't taken and understood. And so people may get angry. People may commit suicide, so
Yeah, yeah,
life can be a one big burnout, and those thoughts come every single day to make those decisions.
bro. Hey, man. Hey, you're you're him. Like you're like you man, you better talk. Hey,
Let's
you better talk. Okay. Question number 3.
do it.
What might people misunderstand most about your journey and or the work you do? What might people misunderstand most about your journey or the work that you do?
Um, I would say the struggle,
Okay.
because my parents didn't grow up with all the money in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I had to get everything that I own by myself, and I realized that
Mm,
when I got out of high school.
come on.
And I realized that I was the one that was responsible for things that
Yeah.
I wanted to do. I had a big ambition at such a young age. A lot of my friends went off to college and I started life right away. And so
Mm,
this struggle, I knew I wanted to be a real estate agent right out of high school. So it
gotcha.
wasn't college wasn't in my path. A lot of people went to college to do certain things that, have great jobs and things that they wanted to do that was connected to them, maybe.
Yeah.
Um, but I already knew that I wanted to do something big that somebody usually didn't accomplish at my age.
Okay.
And I think that this struggle period is what created who I am today. And
Mm-hmm.
so I've gained all this knowledge and experience, that could be really useful for my generation. And so I feel like I have a purpose to help my generation succeed, because I've seen a lot of things, you know, during this 4 year period
Yeah.
that can be very useful to them, and it's part of the reason why I do what I do. I always wanted to do something. I foresaw the my generation and people around my age now going to struggle in the future,
Yeah.
because the world changes quickly. It doesn't care about you. The world is harsh. And, once you're thrown out there just in life, you really have to take care of yourself,
This is
just
true.
like you would take care of anybody else.
Be
Yeah.
and the reason why that makes so much sense is because from the outside looking in, you take a look at a guy like yourself, like smart, educated, the way you carry yourself, not well spoken, but the words you select, the way you place him, like man, this guy, yeah, he had to like have it all together, like oh he was born with
Yeah.
this and that, and it's
Yeah.
like nah, bro, like I had to get like y'all say
Yeah.
out of the mud. Like I still got the mud on my boot.
Yep.
Let me chill. Let me chill. let me
You
let
don't get
me
into that one.
let me chill. Okay.
Oh
Okay.
shoot.
Okay. Okay. Bro, this is gold. Like this
You're
is
ready for
gold.
this, huh?
This is gold. Follow-up question to that.
Yeah.
Question number 4. Who did you have to become for your goals, ideas, or vision to actually work? Like, who did you have to become for your goals, ideas, or vision to actually work?
First, I had to become a person that knew where I was going. I knew who I wanted to be. I knew I wanted to be some high performer, somebody that did something great.
Yeah.
And I had to understand the direction that I was going in. So I had to understand the personality traits, the characteristics, everything that I wanted to be. And so I learned to actually change my identity by changing my brain first. Because if you can change your brain in certain ways, then you can change your personal reality. So everything clicked right there. And I was like, okay, I'm not stuck the way I am. I can change everything about me, literally, as long as my brain is changed. And so I was like, cool, let's figure out, who I can be. And I kind of just looked at myself as like a video game character in the game of life. How did I want to come off to people? What kind of things that I want about my personality that and heightened my gifts and my natural abilities, and kind of put a light on them because I want those things to be the things that people see me as, remember me as. When people think brain, I want them to think me. When people think identity, I want them to think me. When people think anything mental, I want them to think Zarek or Mending Mentality. And once I had that vision,
Yeah.
yeah, I did the work. I had to understand how my mind worked.
Hmm.
I had to understand a way to keep on going, to give myself momentum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you became your own first client. You were like,
Yes.
let me,
Yeah,
let
that's a
me,
great way to put it.
you like, yo, like,
Yeah.
let me work on me,
Yeah.
like, so that I can, first of all, I love the way you talk about yourself. Like
Hmm.
I love the way like you're like, yeah, me, I had to and I did. And like,
No, so that's another thing, the
okay,
selfishness.
yeah.
I had that friend that was like, "Hey, you don't hang out with me anymore."
Mm,
A lot of my friends didn't align with I did. They didn't think the same way I did. Once everyone got out of college, I
come
was already
on.
in life, ready to go, and they were just starting out there in the real world.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like this responsibility that I felt on myself to become, a leader of the next generation. And that's kind of what I embody and who I also wanted to be. So, yeah.
Bro. Or do people like should they be getting this information for free? Like do people okay, okay. This makes me think about anytime I'm working with somebody.
Hmm.
This makes me think about these 3 questions that I've really been leaning into. I actually dropped a piece of content right before the podcast. This
Okay.
makes me think about these 3 questions. And anybody watching this, like I tell people all the time, steal my stuff, like steal it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't have a problem giving things because a quarter of the people still won't do anything to it, even if you put it in their lap. Like
Right.
they just so here's how I qualify myself or anybody else sitting in front of me.
Hmm.
Number one, do you know what you want? Like, can you clearly articulate what you want verbally? I want this. Like, do you know what this is? Do you know what direction you're going? Question number two is, have you made every possible decision you have the ability to make to get yourself there? And the reason why I say that is because I say a problem with a solution is a choice. And many of us don't have the problem we say we have. The problem we
Right.
actually have is we're not making the decisions we have the ability to make. And a lot of people
Yes.
don't want to make this decision because they didn't get to make that one. Or I don't want to
Right.
make this decision because I want to make this decision this way. It's not about
Whew.
It's not
Slow down
about
now.
your, bruh. It's not about
Yeah.
your way or the way that's comfortable to you. It's the way it has to be. It's that way. It's not an
Hmm.
easy way. It's not a hard way. It is a necessary way. That's it. And a lot of
Yes.
people wouldn't have half of the problems that they have if they made every decision they have the ability to make. I'm not talking about what you can't. Well, I don't have this and I don't know them and my
Yeah.
money is
Yeah.
not and I live here. Okay, cool. That stuff you might not be able to do anything about right now. But have you
Hmm.
made decisions? Have you made decisions you have the ability to make? Like, period. And a lot of people haven't. And then the last qualifier, the last question is this: if all of these things that you desire came into your life right now, would you be able to mentally and emotionally handle it? Like, do you even have the bandwidth for what it is you desire? Or would it have to share room with any unhealed trauma? Like, a lot of people are not the people, like you said, the question before, who did you have to become? What was the shift? What did you change? A lot of people
Hmm.
aren't the people that they need to be to receive
Right.
or get this thing that they desire.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't articulate what you want. You haven't made all the decisions you have the ability to make. And if you got exactly what you wanted, that person, that place, this opportunity, this or that, people get in front of people all the time like, hey, I can get you where you want to be. What do you want? Well, you don't even know what you want.
Yeah.
You don't even know what you, so for you to say that, like, I don't know whether to do another podcast with you or to not do another podcast with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this. Okay, okay, okay. Last question, number 5, maybe, maybe. This is my favorite question, by the way.
Okay.
This question means so much to me.
Hmm.
Like, this is it. Like, this is the end all be. Like, this question is for. This is my question.
Okay.
If you had the attention of the entire world for 60 seconds, what would you tell them?
Well, first, I would ask them, how much are you giving back to the world and other people? And how much are you taking?
Mm,
And if you know that answer, why are you giving it? And what do you think it's going to do for people? Because what we're all really here to do is to go through things,
mm,
to understand ourselves, and become somebody that helps other people in their own way. And I think people forget that. You know, at a certain point, you do have to be selfish and go for the things that you want. But at the end of the day, you go for those things and be selfish so that you can create something and build something that helps the people evolve to help solve a problem that so many people struggle with or that you see is happening,
mm,
making a prediction of something happening.
mm,
Is your life aligned with this thing?
mm,
What is your actual purpose, your reason for being here? Because
mm.
a lot of people with social media, you know, their focus deviates from what they actually want
Yeah.
because they hear opinions, they have the the knowledge and the language from their parents and other people.
Mm,
And that all has been placed on you in an entire identity that may not even be yours. And so once you do that inner work, you take the rock and smash the armor that you have built around yourself that is completely false. And you actually understand who you are from head to toe and your mind. And you realize what you have gone through that can help so many people
yeah.
get the process so they can go and live their life as well, the way that you want to as well. We're
Mm.
all here to help each other. How are you doing it?
And that was 60 seconds.
For real?
Let now. Let me tell you what I love about your answer and your
Hmm.
response to that question more than like what you said like has me like in my feelings. Like I felt what you said.
Yeah.
Let me tell you my favorite part about your answer.
Yeah. Run it.
My favorite part about your answer is how long you took to answer the question. That was my favorite part. To me, that is the most weighted and heaviest and intentional question out of the questions that we have. And the fact that that question was taken by you and you like I saw like you processed it and you
Yeah. Yeah.
processed
Yeah.
it because I said if you had the attention of the entire world for 60 seconds, what would you? Well, I would tell them that I would. Well, I mean, not saying that is bad,
Right.
but it was as if you intentionally took the took the weight and the troubles of the world and weighed them, and that communicates and shows me so much. And I hope the people watching and listening to this that communicates and shows me what type of leader you are, what type of professional
Yeah.
you are. Like if somebody sits in front of you, they're going to get something calculated. Like they're going to get something intentional. They're going to get something measured. Like if somebody
Yeah.
gets in front of you, they will get a return on their investment. The way you weighed that question,
Yeah.
this is the part of the podcast
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Thank
where
you.
I mean every single word. This is the part of the podcast where you tell us any and everything you want to know. How should we be tapping into you? Where can we find you? I got your social media pulled up. I got your website pulled up, like mendingmentality.com, Zarek Johnson on the social media platforms. Like, tell us what we need to know about you, where to find you, what to invest
Yeah.
into,
Yeah.
what to, but like talk your stuff right now.
Sure. So I created a method called Mending Mentality that consists of a method called DBM.
Yeah.
And this method stands for direction, brain, and momentum.
Mm,
And you need this method in order to have major focus. All
yeah.
my life, I struggled with focus, right?
Mm,
With ADHD, you have so many distractions. And today, in today's world, we have so many distractions. And so, if you can create a mental operating system with ultimate focus, you can use it to achieve any life that you desire or anything that is physical that you would desire.
hmm.
Or maybe you have a goal, something you want to accomplish, or a business, or something that you're doing,
Yeah.
the where your mind is stopping you. You don't have clarity in your direction. You have no reason to keep on going. You need motivation. And we all know that
Mm,
motivation doesn't last, right?
hmm.
And so these are all things and areas that I help people do. I'm sorry, to improve on. So
Yeah.
I do one-on-one coaching. And then I also do team work. So
Yeah.
basically when people come to me and want to, learn emotional intelligence, they want to find clarity and direction for their life. They want to understand how their brain works. I do class teaching
Hmm.
where multiple people can hop on a Zoom with me just like this. And the first couple, first one that you do is for free, and then the next ones, there is a fee for it. Other than that, everything that I put my heart into, everything that I read and think and know about my life and my
Yeah.
experience and to provide value is all on social media, on Instagram, a little bit here on TikTok,
Sure.
but mainly on Instagram. Um, Other than that, if you're somebody that's looking to change your mind a certain way to help your life go the way that it's supposed to go,
Yeah.
and you're not maybe conscious, there's something going on, you feel something off, well, most likely it's your mind,
Hmm.
and I can help you operate it, teach you how to make it operate at a higher level so you can make more money.
After this podcast, bro, I don't think they'll have any questions if you can help them or not. Mendingmentality.com, Zarek Johnson, mental performance coach. I don't take this time today with you, man, for granted. You've been
Yeah,
an
me either.
you've been an absolute gift, an absolute treasure. Gym after gym, like things I can take to the bank, things the listeners and the viewers can take to the bank and actually cash it. Like you are him in real life. Like you are him. I can't wait for part two, bro.
I would love for part two to be fire.
Let's do it.